domain as -3 to 4. Okay, that one is not important. That one is for you to do part E. Okay, so can you please do part A?
Okay.
Yeah, you should be able to do part A, correct? So you write down the function, then each one by one, you get the x and the y intercept. Yeah, still remember how to get the x and the y intercept?
Yep.
So please do so. So the y-intercept is the one that when you put the x equal to 0. Okay. E to the power 0 is 1. 1 minus 3, you got -2. Those who just came in, please mark your attendance. Okay, to get the x-intercept, you have to, for x-intercept, you have to put the fx equal to 0. You can't get it straight away. You have to put fx equal to 0. That means your y equal to 0. You look for your x. So that is how you do for the x and the y intercept. Okay, after you have done with your fx, you do for the gx. So the y-intercept, sub the x equal to 0. Both had the x-intercept of -2. So now for the x-intercept for gx, you have to let 3 minus 5e to the power -x equal to 0. So usually, if I have the power of the exponential is negative, I will prefer to write it like that before I start to look for the value of x. I will prefer to write it as 5 over e to the power x. Okay, then I do a cross multiply. So this will prevent me from making a lot of error. So e to the power x is equal to 5 over 3. So my x will be equal to ln 5 over 3. So I know it is a positive value. Both x and y has the x-intercept has a positive value. Okay, now if you want to know which one is bigger, you may use your calculator to get the approximate value. So the approximate value for ln, can someone tell me what is the approximate value for ln 5 over 3?
Is it 0.51?
Yes, it's approximately 0.51. 51. Okay, 08. So 511. Yep. And ln 3 is, the approximate value should be 1.0 1.1.
Yeah.
10. Yep. Okay. So why I need to get the approximate value so that I can know roughly where is the location. Okay. So we are done with part A. So everyone know how to do x-intercept, y-intercept. This is the basic concept that you have to. So if any one of you, okay, listen, if anyone when you write your working, correct, are you supposed to write every step that I show here? No. So what you need to do is you substitute, you straight away get the answer. Yeah. Substitute, you can straight away get the answer, you go ahead. Like for example, this one also changing. If you straight away can see the answer, you can straight away write down this. You get what I mean? Like from here, you straight away can get the answer, you can write down. Yeah. So how many steps you need to write depend on your ability. But doesn't mean that every step I will give you mark. Bear that in mind. Okay. Can we go to part B? Okay, part B is the one. Okay, whereby when we talk about we want to study, when do we study this as x tends toward infinity? That kind of things. We do this, what is the purpose? Oh, no. Yes, what is the purpose of doing all this? Can someone recall? What are we trying to find?
We're trying to
Yes.
find the value of the function as x approaches infinity, right?
Yeah. To find what? At the end, what is our objective? What will we get the result from analyzing this? Yeah. Yes?
Is it a asymptote?
Yes. What are asymptotes?
There's a type?
Yeah, there are two types of asymptote. One is a vertical asymptote.
Oh, yeah, the horizontal vertical asymptotes. Yeah.
There's one is called the vertical, the other one is called the horizontal. So which one are we looking for? We are looking for the horizontal. So the horizontal also gives us the limiting value, am I right?
Yeah.
So bear in mind, if the question asks for limiting value, then you have to do this kind of study. That's why Mr. asked that question. Yeah, the purpose of learn how to analyze the result of the function as x approaches infinity or negative infinity. The purpose is to search for the limiting value for that function. Okay, so now we shall do for our fx, which is e to the power x minus 3. So we have two portions to study. One is as x approaches infinity. Okay, so I told you already when we study, we'll study term by term. So if x approaches infinity, what happened to e to the power x?
Approaches infinity.
Yeah, good. So what will happen to my fx, which is e to the power of x minus 3? It will approach?
It will approach infinity.
Yeah, because you have a lot, you minus 3 is still a lot. Am I right? So this is trying to tell us that there isn't an upper limit. Am I right? There is no limit. It will go on and on. That is how I interpret. You get me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you study this is to know the limiting value. Okay, so I'm going to erase this off. Okay, then next one. we are going to study as x approaches negative infinity. So what happened to e to the power x?
Approaches 0.
Is it correct, class? Agree? So then what happened to the function of fx?
Approaches negative 3.
So it will approach negative 3. So that means, you see, if you look at this function, it is a positive number minus 3. So what can you say about negative 3 here? Is it the upper limit or the lower limit?
Lower limit.
So the lower limit. So this is the lower limit. So that means it's telling you that this is the lowest possible value for fx. So the rest of it is more than negative 3. So we will say approaches negative 3 from above. The whole graph is above. So how we interpret this? The fx graph is above y equal to negative 3. So that means it's indirectly telling us that fx, y equal to fx, will not go below negative 3. So you can, so that is called the lower limit. Hello? So I can say negative 3 is the lower limit of y equal to e to the power x minus 3. Got it? That is called the interpretation. You have to know. Okay, so we are done with our
Miss Dot,
fx.
is lower or lowest? The negative 3.
Lower limit.
Oh, it's not lowest.
Yeah, it's the lowest value.
Okay, okay.
Lower limit, that means that is the limit it can go. We don't say lowest limit because the limit is tell you the that is the end.
All right,
Okay?
all right. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, huh? So now can you please try to do GX for yourself? I give you 1 minute.
Okay.
You try first. Then you see how you write and how I write. See whether we tally or not. Because it's easier to see, I write, yeah. So when you yourself start to write, so you have to be a football player. You cannot be a spectator when you learn maths. You are done, just let me know.
I didn't understand. What are we supposed to do?
You are supposed to do the same for GX.
Geo. Okay, got it.
Okay, for the attendance, I only have 25 students. Who else haven't marked the attendance in the
I
class?
haven't.
You haven't. Why didn't you mark the attendance just now?
I was too late.
Hmm. So next time, please be on time. You only have 10 minutes to mark your attendance. Okay, thank you. Are you done?
Yep.
Done? Okay. So can we? Okay, you please look at the whiteboard. So I will do as x tends toward infinity first, the right hand side. So first of all, I have to study this term. So what happened to my e to the power negative x? It will approach.
0.
Is it 0? Huh? Cousin Jean? Is it 0? Do you know why it's 0? I hope you know, huh? Okay. So definitely 5e to the power negative x will approach 0, correct? So whoever don't want to write this step is fine. Yeah. So your gx, which is 3 take away 0, will approach
3.
3. Yes. So now, do you think this is the upper limit or the lower limit? You have to look at this. You minus off something. You use 3 to take away something. So that means all the other value will be less than 3. Am I right?
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Makes sense. Definitely makes sense. Okay. So this is your upper limit. So the rest will be less than 3. So you call the, you must write in bracket here from below. So now you know how to decide whether to write from above or from below or not. You look at the limit from below. It's a must to write. So that means straight away, I know that all the value of gx is less than 3. Are you clear?
I still don't understand.
What do you mean you still don't understand?
Okay, how did you get the upper limit? Okay, because 3 of what?
3 take away a number, a positive number.
Take away a positive number.
So 3 take away a number definitely will be less than 3, correct?
Yeah.
So the highest, the lowest value for 5e to the power negative x is 0.
Yes.
So the whole expression here, the biggest value will be 3.
Oh, okay. Okay. Right. I see.
Yeah, you see. You get me? Okay, good. So after, so that means this one got the upper limit, this one got the lower limit. Yeah, so the other end, as x approaches infinity, okay, e to the power negative x, okay, negative infinity answer. So negative times negative will become positive, it will approach infinity. Yeah, so therefore, gx, which is 3 minus 5e to the power negative x, will approach 3 minus a very, very big number. So it becomes very, very negative. So there is no lower limit. Yeah. So now from this one, I will know that Okay, if I sketch the graph, okay, for fx, which is blue, I know that the graph will be above this line here. The blue graph will be here, right? Above. Okay, the green one, because there is an upper limit, is 3. So the graph will be below here. You get what I mean? That is how you imagine. So one got the upper limit, the other one got the lower limit. So afterward, when you sketch the graph, you won't be fooled by the graphic calculator. Yeah, you are smarter than the graphic calculator, correct? Now you know the position of the graph.
So is it possible to think, right, from this above and from below? If it's negative, we can say it's from above, and if it's positive,
No, not necessary. You
oh,
cannot say like that, please. Don't make that kind of conclusion. It depends on the function given.
okay.
Try not to make that kind of general conclusion. Okay? So shall we go to part C? Yeah,
Sure, let's go.
yes. Any further question on that? Okay, let's go to part C. Part C, you also will do one by one for both. So you do for fx first. Everyone should know how to differentiate, am I right? Yeah, so you have to get your f prime x. Okay, then you start to draw the sign diagram. Okay, can I give you 2 minutes to try for the f prime x and f double prime x? Then only show you the answer. I hope everyone is doing your work, huh? Not in other side, huh? Ready?
No, wait.
Wait, okay. Only for fx, huh?
Oh,
Only for fx
then
first.
yeah, proceed.
Okay, only for fx, huh? Okay, so we will proceed. Yeah. So everyone look at the board, please. Okay, so f prime x, when we differentiate exponential, we know copy down the whole thing, time by the derivative of the power, in this case is 1. Okay, so the moment I see this, okay, I know pretty well already. I will know how to draw my sign diagram. Why? Because I have this in mind. So sometime when okay, even though I teach you how to draw the sign diagram, I say first step, what must you do? Second step, what must you do? Third step, what must you do? Correct? Are you going to follow all the steps blindly? No, I'm not going to in this case. Why? Because the derivative expression is this. So will the f prime x become 0? Will or not? Hello, please answer me. No. So the answer is no. So this implies there isn't a stationary point, correct?
Yep.
So in this case, you don't even have to do the step. You can straight away draw the sign diagram. You can even straight away draw the sign diagram without any hesitation. You see, you save a lot of time. So when I talk about drawing a sign diagram, yes, at first when I teach you, I say must follow all these steps. That is for general. But after that, when you look at the function, you can decide what to do. Hello, your decision is very important. Okay. So then they say, and give a geometrical interpretation of each. So what is the geometrical interpretation for if I get my f prime x is always positive? Can someone give me the geometrical interpretation? I'm talking about fx graph. Is
it the rate of change is always positive?
Yeah, it's always, don't say the rate of change is always positive. You have
Always
said,
increasing, I guess.
yes, thank you. The y equal to fx graph is always increasing. So straight away interpret. After finish the task of f prime x, you do f double prime x. So you got same story. Am I right?
Yeah.
Hello? So
Yeah.
my f double prime x sign diagram . So what is the geometrical interpretation?
Rate of change is always increasing.
Are you sure? Y equal to fx graph is always convex or concave?
Oh, concave.
Concave, yeah.
Huh?
Is it not concave?
Positive
We
or
lost.
concave upward or downward?
I don't remember.
Upwards.
Yes, so it's always convex. So in conclusion, from the two of these, can you tell me how is the shape of the fx graph look like? You see, when you talk about convex, you have two parts.
I'll take the
So
second.
which one? The one on the left or the one on the right?
The one on the right.
Yes. So in conclusion, I say y equal to fx is increasing, is always increasing with increasing or decreasing rate?
Increasing.
Increasing rate, because the graph become steeper and steeper. The right. Hello? Do you get me? So now I know pretty well that my FX graph go like that. Mono. Are you okay?
Yes.
Can you do the same for GX now?
Okay.
Can you do the same for GX? I give you 2 minutes. Huh? Write properly, please. Okay, done? 2 minutes is
Yes.
over.
Yeah, done.
Okay, done. Okay. So look at my solution. So I get G prime X. So -5, copy down the whole thing, derivative of the power. So negative times negative, I get positive. So same thing, e to the power x, e to the power negative x, it doesn't matter. So I don't have to go any further. I know that this is obviously, there's no turning point and it's obviously positive. So how do you interpret this? Y equal to gx is always increasing. Yeah, it's always increasing. Correct? So now we go to our G double prime X, copy down the whole thing for G prime X, then you time by the derivative of the power, so you get negative 5 e to the power negative x. This is always positive times negative, so always less than 0. So your G double prime X is always negative. So that means it's telling us that my Y equal to GX is always convex or concave?
Concave.
Concave, thank you. So if you combine both, when you talk about concave, you have this. Two parts, correct? So you are choosing the left-hand one or the right-hand side? Left-hand side or right-hand side? It must be increasing.
Left.
Left, you're right. So in conclusion, what can I say about my Y equal to GX? Is increasing with, is the graph become steeper or less steep?
Less.
Less. So with decreasing rate. So because in the exam, we can ask you, state the range of the value of X whereby GX is decreasing with, increasing with decreasing rate. We can have this kind of statement. So that means the GX graph will look like this. Am I right? So that's why it tends to have upper limit, because it is increasing with decreasing rate, but the rate never becomes 0. Are you okay with the part C?
Yep.
So when they ask you to give a geometrical interpretation, you must know how to interpret the sign diagram. Okay? Can I move on to part D?
Ms. Du, what is the increasing with decreasing rate?
Because the graph the steepness of the graph is decreasing. That's why we say decreasing rate. Is the function is going up, but the steepness of the function become less and less. That's why the rate is decreasing. It increased, but it increased slower. You get me?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So this part is a bit difficult to comprehend. The rate. You remember with the steepness. Like for example, this one also. Okay, let me describe this one for you. This one is decreasing with decreasing rate. So the first one is telling you is going up or going down. The second one here is talking about the steepness. Understand? Okay or not?
I put if it was like the G prime X, right? I put decreasing because I thought negative X will like be the opposite. So
No, cannot.
unlucky.
Okay. If you want to make your life easier, okay, listen here. I make you, help you to remember. If it is a convex, If it's a convex, this thing will be the same. If it's concave, this thing will be different, opposite. Can or not? Let's save your trouble. Can? So the first one is very easy to determine. You just see the graph is going up or going down, that's it. Okay, so that's all I can help you. Yeah, can we go to part D? If not, we cannot finish this task. Okay, part D. Okay, so now find algebraically the point of intersection for this function. So we know that our gx go like that. Am I right? Our fx go like this. Yep. Okay, this is 3 minus 5e to the power negative x. This one is 3 minus e to the power x. So they intersect here. So what you need to do? You need to solve simultaneous equation. So you have to solve algebraically. You have to say fx equal to gx. So I put 3 minus e to the power x is equal to 3 minus, am I right? Is my
fx quotation.
My fx is wrong. Huh? My fx supposed to be ex minus 3. Sorry. My fx supposed to be ex minus 3. Yep. So 3 minus 5e to the power negative x. Okay, so now, still remember when you talk about exponential, if you are not expert in that, you let e to the power x be equal to k. Can you? So you have k minus 3 equal to 3 minus 5 over k. So you have k squared minus 3k minus 3k plus 5 equal to 0. Okay, you solve for k. Great. So I have a k squared minus 6k plus 5 equal to 0. You can use your scientific calculator. You get your k equal to 1 and k equal to 5. Am I going too fast? Okay, so you have your e to the power x equal to 1. So your x equal to ln 1 equal to 0. Here, your e to the power x is equal to 5. So your x equal to ln 5. So your y will be equal to, you can either put in this one or this one, up to you. So I will put in my e to the power x is 1 minus 3, so it's negative 2. Here, my y equal to 5 minus 3, which is 2. So you have 2 points. One is 0, negative 2. The other one is ln 5 and 2. Are you okay? Okay, what is the approximate value for ln 5? $1.61.
1.61.
Yeah. So are you okay? So you got the 2 points of intersection. So without your graphic calculator, you can sketch the graph. Can you try without graphic calculator and sketch both on the same axis? They ask you to show the important feature, means the x-intercept, the y-intercept, the limiting value, and the intersection point. So the important feature are the first one that we get from part B, limiting value, or we call it the horizontal asymptote. From part A, the x and the y-intercept. Yeah. From part C, you talk about the shape of the curve. Okay. And from part D, the intersection point. So all these must be correct in order to get the full mark. So you prepare the axis. The origin. Okay, your fx, you can use blue. So you know the limiting value is -3. So you put down there y equal to -3. The y-intercept is -2. And what is the x-intercept? Ln 3 just now, am I right? And we get the approximate value for ln 3, am I right? 1.1. So 1.1 here. So the graph go like that. Here is ln 3. Yep. So for gx, there is an upper limit. Y equal to 3. Okay. There is no lower limit. The y-intercept also -2, but the x-intercept is, where is the x-intercept? The x-intercept is, where am I? 0.511. Yeah. So I put down here. So you go in this way. Pass through here. So that is your ln 5/3. And this is your intersection point. Ln 5, 2. And this is -2, 0. So if you do it like that, you get all. That is called the important feature. Combine everything that you get and you get the answer. So you see, through this question 6, I explained to you, even I don't have a graphic calculator, with the help of my algebraic skill and calculus, I can sketch a graph. Okay. So afterward, at 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, I will talk about another important function. Okay. So tomorrow I will discuss about a little bit detail about the curve property. So on this week, we will cover all the exercise until 3D. Okay, E until the one we will discuss next week. Then the week after next, we will prepare for our SAT. Then we will have our SAT. I know some of you have to go for your practical, so that's why I don't have a SAT the week after next. So you have more time to study. You should be able to do better for your SAT too.
Wait, it's on April 19, right?
Yes.
Ah, shit.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay, huh? So thank you, class.
All right, bye, miss.
Thank you, Miss.
Miss.
Thank you,
Thank
Miss.
you. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you.
Miss, what exercise will we do this week? Till what exercise?
We will finish until exercise 3D.
Okay, thank you.
3D got 3D.1, 3D.2.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you.